Do you remember the scene in Forrest Gump where Jenny and Forrest are walking home from school? Suddenly, three boys show up and start bullying Forrest, throwing rocks at him until his head is injured. Jenny, panicking, immediately shouts, "Run, Forrest, run!" and Forrest takes off as fast as he can. From that scene, we can notice something people often overlook. For the perpetrators, hurting someone can feel like entertainment, but for the victim, it is a real, painful, and lasting experience. This connects directly to the idea of why some people laugh at or feel amused by other people's flaws. In situations like that, the bullies are not really thinking things through. They are not considering the pain, fear, or long-term impact experienced by the victim. What they see is simply someone who appears different, whether in the way they speak, walk, or look, and their brains quickly process that difference as something unusual, which then becomes a target for ridicule. Their reaction stops at the most basic level, noticing a difference, then attacking, often while laughing. This is where it becomes clear how physical humor and mockery can evolve into more extreme behavior. When someone becomes used to laughing at shallow things without involving empathy, the line between joking and hurting becomes blurred. What may seem harmless at first can turn into something much more serious, because the brain has been conditioned to treat other people's suffering as a source of amusement. However, not everyone reacts the same way. Some people pause, feel uncomfortable, and realize that the situation is not something to laugh at. At this point, empathy begins to take over. The brain does not just register visual oddity, but also tries to understand the emotions of the person involved. If we look at the bigger picture, this phenomenon happens every day, just in more subtle forms. Instead of physical actions, it appears through words, comments, or social media content. People laugh at others being embarrassed, failing, or having certain imperfections, and often that laughter does not come from something genuinely funny, but from the brain reacting to something out of the ordinary with an instant response. The problem is, if this habit continues, the brain becomes increasingly conditioned to seek entertainment from simple and degrading things. Over time, the standard of humor declines. Things that should trigger empathy are instead seen as normal or even amusing. Without realizing it, this shapes a shallow way of viewing others. There is one simple thing that can make a difference: pause. The ability to stop for a moment before laughing. In that brief pause, the brain has a chance to think more deeply. Is this truly funny or just an automatic reaction? Is there someone who might be hurt behind the situation? In the end, the way we laugh reflects the way we think and feel. Laughter can be a sign of intelligence and connection, but it can also reveal insensitivity. And that choice often happens in a split second between seeing, understanding, and deciding how we respond.